Welcome everybody. This is a little bit of an update for you on the temple. And first of all, just my warm congratulations on your ever deepening generosity practice. And we thank you from the bottom of our heart for you practicing generosity and donating to the temple after the 6 Yogas retreat at the end of 2018. And I thought I would just really update you on what's going on because actually Sensei turned 70 yesterday. And I thought, that's quite a, that's a quite big moment for us that one of our teachers has turned 70. And I want to tell you that we redid our vision. Normally an organization never redoes its vision during its lifetime, but we have grown so fast and so many exciting things that we had actually outlived our old vision. And so we sat down with Michelle Chereau. Some of you may know her. She worked with the vision and mission and values with us all the way back in 2006. And so I invited her back to actually facilitate the process so that we could redo it. Our new vision is we are creating a revolutionary center for awakening. And our new mission is we empower you to transform struggle and embrace vitality. I haven't got it quite memorized yet, so I'm still reading it. And then our Clear Sky values is quite different as well. And it is spiritually generative, socially generative, financially generative, and environmentally generative. So there you go. There's our new vision, our new mission, and our new values. If you want to talk more to me about that, you're more than welcome. You can just Skype me or WhatsApp me or email me or even call me. So now I just want to speak a little bit about the temple. So in the last few weeks, we invited Leslie Lowe to Clear Sky to talk about the land use master plan. This has been something that Catherine has created and has been spearheaded, has been really forefront in making sure that we create a land use master plan. So we're not just building because we feel like it or because this is what we need and we're just going to build there. She looks at the whole land holistically and invited Leslie to come in because of her amazing qualities and abilities in landscaping to actually sit down and look at the best. Where should we put where does the temple go? Where's the best part for the temple, for the retreatant, for the land itself, and where's the most activity? Where's the farm karma yogis going to go? Or so we're just looking at the overall land use master plan. And so at that meeting there was Katha, of course, joined by Sensei, Marty, Duncan, Cora, myself, Mo, and it was a very excellent meeting. And we sort of looked at the land use master plan and sort of, it hasn't been formalized yet, but did a 3-year land plan. And that's pending at the moment. So Sensei then, after that, sort of did up a kind of design for the temple that incorporates a water feature. See, as you might know from many of you who've been coming to Clear Sky for many years, it doesn't have any water feature, and it's something that we are all desiring and feeling like we need that element amid the earth and the fire and the what am I missing? The earth and the fire and the land.
Or no, wait, that's...
No. Anyway, we need a water feature. And so Sensei drew this up. I thought it was really cool that you would see some of his original sketches on this. So he's thinking that we could place a pond in front of the sanctuary. So many of you who look at that beautiful big window in the sanctuary will see that the land in front of the sanctuary, there's sort of a dip and a gap. And so just about here is a really nice place to put a pond, and probably in about 10 meters or 15 meters in diameter. And in the middle of the pond, Sensei's talking about putting a stupa, such as Maitreya, and then a Japanese bridge from the edge of the pond to the stupa in the middle. So for those of you, our whole Sangha has its roots in Japan. We're bringing in the Japanese element to that, so we're very excited about that. And then the water will get pumped up to our new temple. And the temple here now has a fountain in the middle of it. So this F here is a fountain, a water fountain. So the water is pumped up from the pond into the water fountain. And the water fountain will then pump water from the temple all the way down to the sanctuary, and then, or behind the sanctuary a little bit, and then it will be pumped back into the pond. So it will keep the water circulating and keep it from getting stagnant, and keep mosquitoes away and so forth. But let's just go back to the temple. So we're thinking of going with a company called Mandala Homes. They're based in Nelson, and we like them. We like their work. They're quite eco-oriented and they have good sustainable practices. And what we're thinking of is having the temple be built incrementally. So it's going to have 4 circular buildings, 1, 2, 3, 4, and one may be the temple or meditation, and another may be a library. We haven't actually decided what the other 2 would be, but in between these circular buildings there will be accommodation for retreatants, right? So accommodation P1, P2, P3, P4, and in the center then is the fountain, the water fountain, the water feature within the temple. And this will be built over time. There will be a consistent design, and so therefore we can just build one part at a time incrementally. So that's sort of what we're doing. And of course there will be a water line as well out to the cabins in the form of a service hub, and where people can take showers and eat and so forth. There'll be a bathroom there as well. And of course all the cabins have been set up to be wired, but they haven't been connected yet. So that gives you an overall plan where we're going. It's quite detailed. I'm sure you'll have lots of questions for me when you come to do the 6 Yogas retreat in December. And so I'm not really going to go into what our 3-year plan is because it hasn't been formalized, but certainly we will begin by looking at the water feature, looking at maybe the service hub or stage 1 of the temple. We are also building accommodation for karma yogis, long-term karma yogis. We have an accommodation issue here. Our people, which are growing on site, long-term karma yogis on site are growing, which is excellent, but we don't have place for them, and they're having to move in and out of the sanctuary. So we are in the midst of planning for accommodation for them down beside where the food forest is, because that in our land use master plan, the food forest area is our area of activity, and so we are actually going to be building there in the next year for that. So that's it in a nutshell. If you have any questions, again, don't hesitate to contact me. This is quite complicated. It's very exciting. Oh yes, Natasha van Bentum is a professional fundraiser, and some of you know her. She helped myself and John Monroe fundraise for Skyroots. Well, she offered her services pro bono to work with me on the fundraising campaign for the temple. So myself and the board, it's very exciting. So usually when a capital campaign starts, we usually start funding 3 years before the building takes place. So starting like we did after 6 Yogas is perfect timing. And so if when you looked at all what you saw and what you've heard, and if you have any ideas or any ways you want to support the fundraising team or me, I would really love to hear it. If you have any ideas, please come forward. Please talk to me as soon as possible. So I hope you're satisfied and about where Clear Sky is going and what are some of the plans. And may you have a wonderful, restful and peaceful day. May you be very well and happy. And I'll talk to you soon.